Hey guys, Rochelle here with Amethyst Ascension. If you are new here, welcome. And if you're returning, thank you so much for joining me again. So what we're doing here today, or I should say what I'm doing here today, I am doing a hashtag. I was talking with Cortney over at Erie's Witchcraft channel, and we chat a lot. We're like really good friends. So as we were talking about doing like shout outs for other channels and stuff. And, how we see more channels doing this, but that it's a really good thing and to help other channels and, to also start a hashtag. So we broke this up into two sections or two parts because essentially what this hashtag is all about is going through the community, doing shout outs of channels, but associating certain channels with the different archetypes of the Major Arcana. So we chose 11 because it's a master number and because it easily breaks up into two parts. So the first one we chose 11, archetypes, Major Arcana archetypes, and 11 for the next one. So you will see down below all of the links to all of the channels that I am mentioning. So the first one, I'm just going to get started, okay? The first one that I want to mention for the Fool is Amber over at Lavender Moon. And the reason I say the Fool, please understand, I think the Fool is like the best card in the tarot because it is the person that goes through and experiences, the one that is open to new experiences. And that's how we learn and grow and ascend, in my opinion. I mean, if I want to be any card in the tarot, it is the Fool, the one that is open to different perspectives and open to new experiences and not being stubborn and stuck in old ways and not listening to people. She is like the Fool, I think, because the Fool also ascends to the next round. And in this particular deck, which I'm using the Cosmic Visions, which I love, this is like the Fool, right? And after you've been through all of the archetypes and then you go back to the beginning again, but you start on the next level up. So I thought that was excellent, the Divine. So I will be putting a link down below to Amber's channel. Please go and check it out. She's got tons of fantastic stuff on her channel. Plus, I see her as like an open conduit because she is a channeler to beings that she calls Lavender Moon. So it was a no-brainer for me. So the second one that I wanted to talk about was Glynis as the Magician. Glynis from the Witch of Whitetail Hollow. Yes, the Witch of Whitetail Hollow. Sorry, I have to refer to my notes over here because I get stuff wrong. The Magician. She just seems like the ultimate magician to me. She is knowledgeable. She is graceful. She has been studying for a long time and practicing for a long time. From what I can see, it's like every part of her, the way that she lives is magical. She finds the magical in everything. And so I had to put her as the Magician. So the next one is the High Priestess. And, I want to say really quick too. Honestly, all of these archetypes that I'm doing, I had to force myself to narrow it down to one person because most of the people that are on these lists are really, I can see them in almost every single one of them, if I'm being honest. Because I feel like we, as a community, are a lot more evolved and expressive, and we have our moments in every one of those areas, and who to recognize it more than the people that are in this community. But yeah, that is Tanji of the channel Roman Biscotti. She is like the ultimate high priestess to me. She has her spirit guide. She's open. She does third eye readings. She doesn't even ask you questions. She doesn't have the time. She doesn't use cards. She just says, just open it up, send it to me, and bam, in comes all this information that she's getting, and it's a beautiful thing. So definitely Tanji, the link to her channel is down below. Please go and check her out. So the next one was the Empress. And that had to be Summer for me. Summer of the channel AstariaSen. Because Summer, if you guys are friends with her on Facebook or in her groups or on her page for Wispy Realms, she is the ultimate creator. She is the creatrix. She is busy at it all the time. And every time I see her new stuff, she just escalates it. She is just a cheery, inspiring, beautiful lady who I am very proud to say is my friend. And I definitely see her as the Empress. Just because she's so creative. I mean, it's just like it oozes out of her in so many ways. It's ridiculous. So the next person I wanted to talk about was the Emperor. For me, this was hands down one person that I could think of above all else, and that's Brian from Pappa Squirrel. I know he is an Aries, but even beyond that, if I didn't know that, he is very much like the Emperor to me. He is good at what he does. He is confident. He is a starter. He is the Emperor, right? That's why he is growing so quickly, because he is good at what he does and he enjoys it and he works hard. And yeah, I see that he's building like strong foundations and inspiring people. Yeah, so I definitely see Brian from Pappa Squirrel as the Emperor. I love these cards. So the next one, the Hierophant. There was quite a few people that came to mind, but one above all is just the epitome of a teacher to me, and that is Carol, Practical Mystic Carol. She does the most wonderful, like even worksheets. I mean, a woman after my own heart. You know I love the worksheets, right? But she has so much knowledge when it comes to the symbology and everything. You know that she has been doing tarot, reading tarot, and teaching tarot for a very long time, and that is very obvious in everything she does. And she has such a loving and bright demeanor, and just a warm person that you want to learn from, and she makes it easy to learn from her. She's so welcoming. So that would definitely be the Hierophant to me, is definitely Carol, Practical Mystic Carol. Yeah, it's like I feel like it is like her divine mission. And this is just my perspective, that she is like the ultimate teacher. And it's like her mission to teach others because she's so good at it. So the next one that we are doing is the Hermit. We're not doing all of them in order, the first 11. It's just the first ones that we chose, and then we decided to do all 22. We weren't going to do all 22. But the Hermit. For this one, I had a problem with this one. And the reason why is because if you are doing content, I don't see you as a hermit. I don't see you, at least from our perspective. From my perspective, I see you putting yourself out there. Sometimes if you're teaching or you're just sharing, you're still not in that hermit mode. But the ones that I do see as hermits are those ones that are beautiful supporters in the community, commenting on people's channels and going to their lives and just being like the backbone of this community. But they've been thinking about it. You know who you are. They haven't quite made that decision to make their channel yet. Those are the hermits to me. They're building up all the information that they need and taking the time so that they can really know when they're ready to do it. Those are the ones that I see as the hermits. The ones that are just like the backbone of this community, who I appreciate. So the next one was the Justice card. And for me, although I do see several people in this community that I could see as the Justice card, the one that came to mind was Jen from Jen's Balanced Tarot, because I mean, it's Jen's Balanced Tarot. We know that the Justice card is like associated with Libra and the scales, and she's got the scales, you know, that she keeps in like her videos and stuff and on her covers and stuff. And so that's exactly who I think about. And she does seem like she is very much a peacekeeper and wise, and she likes to keep things nice and balanced and harmonious. So that is who I chose for the Justice. The Hanged Man. I love this Hanged Man. The Hanged Man for me, which I've seen a lot of people that I feel like were Hanged Man, but for me, I think Maria. And the reason I think Maria of Lady Knight of Avalon is because she is the one. I had seen other past life stuff. Don't get me wrong. I love the past life stuff, and I was doing readings and stuff like that before I started watching her talk about, or her telling me privately about the art history, you know, for past lives. But she is definitely the one that inspired me. And I know she has done so much past life work. And she even said, this is when you do it, like during the Mercury retrograde. And so she was all about doing that. And she went through and she did all like 21 spreads of that book. And I was just like, okay, this is very cool. And I know that she's done a lot of work on herself because of the information that she has, not necessarily work, but I mean, there's been a lot of realizations that have come to her because of her past life work. So that's why I definitely thought she is a much wiser person because of all of the extra like work that she has done on her past lives. And that's what I kind of see as the Hanged Man. So I had to mention that. The next one is the Devil. And that was Cortney. My partner in crime, right? Cortney of Erie's Witchcraft. Now, the reason I think of Cortney as the Devil is because when I think of the Devil card now, I think of Lucifer. And I think of Lucifer as the light bringer, the one that is actually helping people, even though he's gotten a bad rap, actually helping people to see the truth in the situation, bringing light to the situation, bringing light to the world and to us through knowledge and experience living in this material world. So that's definitely Cortney. Cortney is and has been a huge impact in my life just because of a lot of religious fear and programming that I'm still working through. But I'll tell you what, I have come miles and miles because of her and because of the private talks that we have and about how she expands my perspective just because of who she is. So that's Cortney. Because I don't think of the Devil card as a bad card at all. And then the last one we're going to talk about today is the Star card. And for me, the Star card, several people, yet again, that I see as the Star card. But the one that came to mind immediately was Vivi from Mystic Sunchild. Vivi is such a light worker and a beautiful soul, and she's super creative and just bright. I mean, when I look at her body, it's like I see yellow and pinks and purples and all these colors just coming off of her because she is such a beautiful person. I mean, to her core. So she is the person that I see as the star, because I see the star as like light and love and hope and, you know, a better future and everything. And I think that she is the epitome of that. So there you go, guys. This was a little bit longer than I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be like under 10 minutes, but once you get me talking, especially about these beautiful people, it goes a little bit longer. I hope you jump on this hashtag as well. It is called, sorry, let me look at my notes again. Community Tarot Archetypes. This is part 1. There's going to be a part 2 where we take all of the other ones and go through it. And I hope you jump in on this as well. This is a good way for new channels to get, you know, kind of break the ice a little bit like I talked about. So I hope you have enjoyed this. I hope you join in, and I am sending you, oh, before I forget, right after watching this, we're going to go over to Cortney's channel, Erie's Witchcraft, and we're going to watch her premiere as well. I will be putting a link down below, like right about now, and we will head on over and watch hers and see who she picked for hers. So I'm sending you love and light. Bye.